Hello, welcome back. Last time I visited the home of the starfish and liberated several of them from the weird little prisons they find themselves in. Let's go to Open Sesame. What are you about?
This looks like the secret entrance to a cave.
Oh, jeez.
Better let me handle this. Open Sesame!
Uh-oh.
I always wanted to try that. Oh well.
I remember this puzzle, and this is terrifying. This is one, okay, I am absolutely sure I did do this puzzle very late in my last LP, and it was an absolute nightmare. It's huge, and oh no, the frame rate. What is this? This computer has a lot better specs than my old one, but it's... Okay, right, so I saw 3 starfish and something. But, like, somehow it's just a lot worse at certain things. I saw this during Hollow Knight. What if that... Would that make a difference? I probably could have gone to options without exiting the puzzle.
This looks like the secret entrance to a cave.
That did not make a difference. How do I options? Here's options. With this? Yes! Background details on low makes a difference. What is it actually... Dang it.
This look...
But, like, what does it do? I didn't spot anything changing? Oh, okay, it's the water wavy effect. So somehow, like, the CPU in this... I need to, like, upgrade this computer's CPU or something. It's just... Something's wrong with it, I feel like. But, okay, so... I wonder if this would also fix that... you know what? Let's find out. Would this also fix the playing with that gun animation, which is where? Where's Rescue Guppy? It's here, I think? No, that's all Virgil's stuff. Here? Yeah, Rescue Guppy. Let's find out.
What did you find?
It looks like some sort of weapon.
Would this happen to...
It looks like alien technology. I wonder how it works.
Play the thing.
The goal of this room is not to get out. The goal is for Flounder to give me a push to unfreeze me.
Are you frozen?
No, but I will
delivery.
be once you start playing with that gun, so I thought I had better tell the player now.
I don't know how much of this I can skip, so I'm just letting it play.
I'm not going to trigger the device. I just want to figure out how it works. Until we meet the aliens, the only way we can understand them is through their technology.
Ah, this tells me
Flounder,
here. That's
it's
nice
a
to know.
strange gun and we don't know what it does. But I'm certain there is a logical explanation for its appearance here that does not involve...
Nope, that's not it. That's a separate issue. Got it. Okay, well, at least I have a better frame rate now. That's nice. What a weird problem to have in this game.
This looks like the secret entrance to a cave.
Anyway, Open Sesame. Oh.
Open Sesame!
So.
I've always wanted to try that. Oh well.
This was definitely one of the more memorable puzzles of the entire set. Not that I remember anything about how I solved it, but yeah. This one I know I did very, very, very late. And it took, like...
Hey, Guppy! This cave is full of stars!
A long time. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3. We know about that. Okay, so we got the weird skull stick that Guppy can lift and Flounder can go in. The opposite could happen. Is the dialogue different?
Oh.
Let's find out.
Hello? Can you hear me out there, Flounder?
Loud and clear.
There are 3 stars in the cave, Flounder, but they're all hidden behind steel pipes. I'll need you to move them.
Well, come hold this door open for me then.
Yes, but... we got like a billion gems here. Okay, so is there any way to interact with anything? No. Nothing. There's no route through here. Okay, so 1 fish at a time until... Is there a way to get both fish in here? Okay, so there's a sea serpent there with a steel pipe on top of it. My cursor's still a little unresponsive here, but you know, this is way better than it was. And I can definitely do without that water wavy effect. Didn't even notice until I figured out what to look for. There's a safe. This starfish here, ideally I'd like get some leverage and push that steel pipe to the right. Ideally, I say. That's the only way that's ever going to happen. For this, Flounder needs a poker. Perhaps your tail. Schematic view, I want grid view. So 3 wide, then 1, 2, 3, 4 tall. So if you went to the right by 1, well, I can just do that to see. Let's look at what that would look like.
Not again.
Dang it. Okay, yeah, so you are going to have a lot of trouble actually making that move. Well, okay, your skeleton will fade away and I'll be able to see it.
Coming.
That puts you 1 too low. If I had like a gemstone boosted into there, things would be better. Don't I need both fish to move things around unless I use the skulls? Okay. And then there's this little weird slime bubble thing. How do you even begin to pick apart a contraption like this? This is a complete nightmare. I go look at my old video, but no, I want to resolve it. Oh, okay. One fish at a time. But I can switch anytime I want. So, let's say one starfish at a time. Once I understand how to do each one individually, then I'll understand how to do them together. I know I can work with the skulls in some way to move gems around. Now this is a weird little locking mechanism that does something. Gold skull goes down, and how does that help me? Actually, how does the blue gem come anywhere? Actually, how does anything happen? Okay, I'm pretty sure your tail moves that pipe out of the way. Then Guppy, like, moves you out of the way. Would that happen, though? Actually, I'm not so sure about your tail. But if I pushed you left, you would just end up in there. Yeah, you can't escape this little area, so that tail poking that pipe looks like the most useful thing. So if there were a gem here on this platform, and Guppy pushed it right, you would fall to there, the gem would hit that, or you would hit the gem. First you would bite Guppy and kill her. So I need something more than that, perhaps a skull. However, your tail would be right 1 and down 2. Okay, it could go right 1 more, right 1 more, right 1 more. Your shape is compatible with that, leaving one little compartment here.
Wait, that won't
for
work.
Guppy to do something. With this still on top, though. Now the gem's still in there, so hang on. You are... Your face at that point is... Wait, no, okay, your face has pushed the gem off there. So yeah, you're just biting into this platform. So head, neck, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, like that. So that's your shape at that point. Steel pipe is still up on top of you. Guppy could push you over by 1. Like, you have to get out of there again for me to retrieve this starfish. If you are like this... then Flounder can push the steel pipe out of the way, and Guppy can sneak in here and grab the starfish. So yes, it is sufficient to put a gem here. Does it have to be a gem, or could it be this bubble? I think it's sufficient to put the bubble here. Oh, does it have to be the bubble, or could it be... It couldn't be one of these vases. That's too tall because of this block. Okay, so I guess this is the thing I'm solving first. It would never be beneficial to push you and I can't anyway push you left, so that's not happening. Okay, how do I move these gems? It's pretty hard. Is there some point at which Flounder can come in? Like, what's up with these? The thing that would allow Flounder to get in is something too wide Guppy holds up. Like, she would be here, Gem would be there and there. Flounder would push the gem over and the two of us could join up. But how would Guppy ever get there with a gem on top of her? She wouldn't. That's not going to happen. Alternately, gem, vase? Maybe. Yes, that could work. Okay. So I can't do any operations here. I've lost my opportunity already. I would need something to keep this from going in that pit. Maybe a vase? Okay, sure. I'll do it with a vase. Will I now? Maybe I will. I'm not so sure I will. Okay, that's doable. Okay. Just ditching these objects, not messing with them yet. One thing at a time. That's the only way I'm going to be able to pick this apart. One object at a time. So I got that, like, crystal skull there that I haven't interacted with yet. Gold skull first. This one has a shape more friendly to what I'm doing here. So if I do this, it's not okay. Therefore, I'm going to need to... What now? Vase was the wrong choice. Because if I do this, I lose my leverage and I can't ever get it back. Oops. If I don't do that, then the gem doesn't really go anywhere. What about the other gem?
Open Sesame!
Maybe you should just lift that rock so I can look inside. Hello?
Rock?
Can you hear me out there, Flounder?
There are no rocks
Loud
there.
and clear.
There are 3 stars in the...
There are 3 stars in the cave.
I should have
Oops.
seen that.
Yes, you should have. Why did you let such a thing happen? Silly guppy. Wow. Maybe I should look at some of these other starfish. At some point I will. Let's just do a quick little parse. So this looks like a space for a gem, and another gem, and Flounder pushes it once, and this is accessible. Okay, great. This one looks to me like space for a vase or something, and then the bubble, and then Flounder pushes it over, and the starfish is accessible. Doesn't sound too bad. None of that appears to require both fish. If both fish were in here, how much could they do together? Also, what objects am I losing? The gem that goes here, if one does, is retrievable. It goes down there and is fairly free, if I have both of my fish. You are confined to this area anyway. This is not a problem, I decided. Or at least a solvable problem. Right, okay, so one gem lost there. Second gem also lost in order to push that. This is probably something done very late. But I would want both gems still accessible for that. Does it have to be gems? I think so. I think there aren't any alternatives to that. This little pipe is just kind of going to be nestled in your tail, and there's nothing I can do about it. I don't think this is extractable. It is. Yeah, technically it is. Okay, so let's do that real quick, just because. Yeah, okay, it's actually pretty trivially extractable. It would go down there. Oh, maybe I want to do that early, because this doesn't benefit me during the part of this that I manipulate you. Actually, can I just... Now, putting that in this pit makes this incompatible with a vase. But it does maybe give me another tool that can't really do much. Although, now this, if there's a vase already here, this alongside the bubble could take the role of the second gem up here. Or the first one. Yeah, so that could fill the role of one of the gems. Could this fill a role? There's no way I'm getting this anywhere useful. So no. Okay, so, is both fish pushing a gem through there? No, then that gets stuck unless there's like a I really, really doubt that. So anyway, if I want to switch fish, got this handy little mechanism here. Don't even have to move the thing.
You know, in addition to getting the stars, why don't we try to get some of this treasure?
The rules don't allow it.
Because the rules don't allow it.
There we go.
Oh, I wasn't planning to keep any of it.
Oh,
I just thought that some of those
It's
statues
this,
should be in the museum.
this exact
I
dialogue
wasn't
again.
talking about government regulations, Flounder. I was talking about the rules of the game.
Oh,
If I had both fish here, I could just do this without an extra prop. Okay, if I had both fish, I could resolve this with nothing extra and putting that in the hole. Pretty sure my goal is to get both fish in here at some point. They could both just swim out here and clear the puzzle with no starfish. Let's do that.
open sesame!
Maybe you should just lift that rock so I can look inside.
Okay, they don't say anything about that. But the puzzle's clear.
This looks like the secret entrance to a cave.
Sure does. Okay, so both fish with no assistance can get this starfish if they're both there simultaneously. Okay, so I need basically 6 spaces to be filled for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then Flounder goes in, pokes once, and that's accessible. So that one looks expensive. It costs basically like 1 vase, 1 gem, and then either another gem or a bubble in a pipe. A little pipe. For you... Yeah, so if I have both fish in, and let's see, a skull would be a sufficient poker there.
I've got it.
The gold
No.
skull.
Wait.
So gold skull would be a
That'll
sufficient poker for that. So if I still had the gold skull accessible, it couldn't fill the role of any of this, though. So yeah, skulls are incompatible with this zone. I need a vase in this hole or those two. No, probably a vase in this hole. That sounds like the best idea. Vase in that hole. At least 1 gem free. Other gem could something. 3 spaces down here. Don't I do something with this safe? Not till I have both fish. Even then, what would it do for me? It's hard to say. White skull would not be sufficient to get both fish in. Yes, accurate. I really would need like vase here on top of gem.
Still thinking?
Yes. Which would mean a lot of the space down here filled and like 3 gems when I only have 2 filling the space. What's the white skull for? That part I'm not clear about. I don't have a job for you specifically. You could poke this pipe out of the way. That's valid. So if both fish are in here, either one can... Well, I mean, this is a mechanism for moving things up and to the left. I can push it right and drop there, right and drop there, then it's kind of stuckish until... Yeah, so I need both fish in here. But that involves a lot of sacrifice that I think is kind of a problem. So yeah, figuring out what's the minimal set of things that could get me both fish in here that I can actually bring over. Like, what can I even bring? All right, let's do a little guppy adventure.
Hello? Can you...
Yes, he can. I just hate filling up so much of these spaces, but maybe it's worth it to get both fish in. But then I have this space also as a problem here. How do I get a vase across? How do I do anything with single fish? Like, this is a single fish challenge. If If the vase goes in the hole, it takes up too much room to push... Or sorry, the safe goes in the hole. Safe, vase. Almost same word, reversed consonants. White skull could transport one vase across this hole, I think. A skull must not go in any of these holes, otherwise Flounder can't get in anymore. Accurate, I think. Am I sure there's no way a white skull could get Flounder in? Fairly. But let's play with it just to be sure. Because that's pretty easy to set up. So I can do this, sure. But I can't go further. If Guppy moves, that falls. And... just nothing. So if this hole has something in it, like what? Or maybe I never get both fish in at the same time. Maybe focusing on that is the wrong thing to do. Maybe this is strictly one fish at a time. So what can Flounder do? He can...
Guppy! This cave is full of stars!
Interact a little bit with this stuff, but that's a pretty bad move that I hate, so don't do that. You can push both vases over at once. I don't see what that's good for, but you can do it. The safe can get out of the way of the vases, and either fish can... No. Well, now neither fish can get that. If that pushes only that far, Guppy can still get it back. Oh no. This is a nightmare. As I knew it would be. After I've moved some of these things aside, Flounder can get up here. This would also have to move. He can get up here and...
You know,
oh, hello.
In addition to getting the stars, why don't we try to get some of this treasure?
Can I jam something up in here to hold that open? Neither skull can fit, and other objects just don't really go, so I think the answer is no. Because it would have to be held... like... I need, like, gold skull here like this, and gold skull can't get through that. There's no other space I can interact with there. Oh, hold up. Wait, am I seeing... I am seeing something. Okay, here's a very important thing.
Open Sesame!
There's a trivial way to get both fish
Maybe
in, unless I'm mistaken.
Lift that rock so I can
I
look inside.
probably am somehow. But...
Hello?
Does this not trivially get both fish in here? It doesn't. Because Guppy's the one holding it, and that's too low for Flounder. It's so suspicious that I can do this, though. Like, why is all this space open, if not for me to do this? I can do that.
Should have dodged.
Oh, her skeleton saved him.
Sorry about that.
Because it fell gently on that, and then it faded away. Otherwise, he would have died. Okay. The prospect of moving an object in here seems vanishingly unlikely. White Skull's kind of close, though. So what would it look like if I started moving the white skull in that direction? Gold skull's kind of in the way, but I'm just going to mostly ignore it. Ignore everything. Just get that skull in there. Leverage needed. I have none. So you would land down there and really do nothing for me, so I have a hard time imagining that's involved.
Hello?
Did I ever actually solve this, or did I give up on it? I feel like I solved it, but I don't really know. Okay. So... there are some things a single fish can do to set things up for the other fish. But that assumes I know what I want to set up. Any kind of horizontal motion is pretty hard. We got all uneven surfaces. And like, skulls can go places. What if I brought that gold skull to you? Would that be sufficient for getting that starfish? I'd love to at least get one starfish today. I'd like to get all of them, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. Gem, you're a problem. So please go away. Gem, you are still a problem, so please go away all the way. This cannot come all the way to you. Because I can't move it left. Is setting it there useful? Doubtful. I should have dodged or something. That doesn't do anything for me. And this doesn't interact with this part of the puzzle. So what do you do, Skull? Like, how can I use you? You're pretty hard to use. I just have, like, the crudest tools to do the most intricate, complicated job here. Vases are moving. I guess I needed to... let's see, if I involved... that little thing up there, I can't use it. That little thing up there. Oh. This is not close enough. Clunk. Oops. Flounder can't do any better than you can. So I feel like I have a memory of getting under that safe and moving it somewhere. What, like this? Now what? I really need both fish. I must have both fish in here. That's the only way anything's going to happen. So I want to focus entirely on getting both fish under this barrier. Are these here just as a prevention mechanism for allowing me to do anything at all, or are they there for another reason? I think a fish might be able to catch this as it gets dropped down there. Doesn't really look like that to me. A skull might... okay, Ooh, I see a little construct that is perhaps of use to me. That little construct is shaped...
hello?
Hello. Like this. I don't want to do that yet. Yeah, here's a door opener that costs 1 gem and the white skull. And I think that's sufficient for getting both in. That's a very, very inexpensive door opener. That looks good. You open this, don't you? No. Dang. Well, rats. Yeah, that falls in the pit. Never mind. Well, I was thinking if that was over here, then I could push it to the right. But no, you're not connected to that. Never mind. That would have been great. But that's not how it happens. Huh? So surely I interact with this part of the puzzle. It's gotta be this part somehow. But how? Oh. This is awfully early in the game for what a complete nightmare it is. Okay, let's try a different mechanism here. Open Sesame. Just
Hello?
playing around with stuff. Can you hear me out there, Flounder? Loud and clear. This little bubble can come down here, and oh, I don't want to do that quite yet. But I guess I'll use the safe? You think so? I don't know about that. I'll try it though. Vases could come along. Maybe that's good. Maybe it's not. It's hard to tell. Well, I guess I'm using the vases. For what exactly? What am I trying to do? I'm trying to get this little thing on top of, well, in one of these pits. Then the 2 gems can fill the other pits, and a vase also has to go, and then Flounder can get in. How is any of that going to happen? It is so not going to happen. And why does this help me? Hang on, but no, that's not sufficient for anything. No, that doesn't work at all. Alright, white skull, down here. Gold skull's gonna fall there in the process. Gem goes here. Just gotta play with these elements until something happens. What's gonna happen? Probably nothing much. Maybe something though. That's bad. I don't like it. That's... is this better? No. Right? Probably. No, it's terrible. Everything is. How would I do anything here? Huh. All I got is a big traffic jam. Yep, big traffic jam. I made a pile of nonsense. That's all the stuff that I can move around. This is so few tools. What do you want me to do with these? Like, seriously. Okay, I think I might have something. So I stared at this little snarl for long enough. It was way too suspicious that this space is open and I can interact with this part of the stick. I think I do see a relatively inexpensive way to get in here. Now I've thought thoughts like this before, and they haven't been true yet, but maybe this time they will be. Gold skull's just kind of going to be in the way, whatever. I just need a proof of concept here. So white skull. Gem, I do want you over there. White skull falls down. White skull falls down. White skull goes here. I need some leverage. If I had some leverage, to push this one more over to the left. Okay, so I need a vase up here. If I had a vase to push this one more over to the left, it would fall and occupy these 3 spaces. That gem could drop... You also have the leverage problem. Okay, so there are a lot of problems with this, but if I could shove a gem up in here with the skull taking up those 3 spaces, Guppy would move the gem so that it occupies these 2 spaces. Flounder boosts this up, moving the gem here and here. Guppy takes up these 3 spaces. Flounder goes down. Guppy's here, here, and here. Gem is there and there. She tucks in one more, moves up. She's taking these 3 spaces, the gem's taking those 2, and Flounder can come in. I feel like that's my goal. Even if I had a vase in here acting as skull leverage, then the vase kind of gets caught up in stuff too? We got like so many problems here. This looks like a hole for a vase to be discarded in. But it also doesn't look great because how do I do anything? How does this gem ever get in there? Like, even after the skull is there, this block exists and is super in my way. So I have leverage problem twice. Once with the skull and once with the gem. So push a vase as a lever in there. Okay, hypothetically. Then the vase is taking up these spaces, and the skull is here, here, and here, and that vase is jammed up forever. There is no doing anything to that vase. Okay, I no longer think this is a good idea. But if it were the other gem instead, you still couldn't get in. I still have the leverage problem. And other ones too. This looks extremely improbable. Maybe if, like, Virgil were here, but he's not. This entire puzzle looks extremely improbable. Alright, I decided to call in my video archive advantage, and just took a quick peek at the video where I had solved this and got all starfish, so I did do it at one point. The configuration where that happened involved both gems in these 2 holes and the white skull here. I have trouble seeing how that works. So maybe I should have looked at it some more, but apparently... Oh, here's something I spot. If it's Flounder who pushes that over, he doesn't have to navigate the space that the skull takes up. So if he's the one in here... Okay, well, in any case...
Open Sesame!
Let's assume that was the correct solution and work on getting those gems down to those places. That is a much friendlier place to put those gems than the others. Well, the blue one has a little bit of trouble. Red one can pretty much just go, right? Gold skull goes there, but that's fine. That's probably retrievable somehow, I would imagine. Here's red. I didn't see what order they were in. So just for... Well, how will that help me? I don't know, I think I need the safe for this, but the safe can totally get this job done. Yeah, the vases are... No, this is a big problem. So even just setting that much up is actually doable. Here we go. Okay, that opens up that amount of... No. No. Still no. Okay, that's bad. What if the white skull is down? Can I work with it that way? After that, I'll figure out how to do this more efficiently somehow. Is that the only place you can go? Oh dear. Okay, not exactly. If that red gem hangs around there for a moment, it can help me with this skull. Skull can go... I don't really know. There? Is that any good for anything? So if the safe goes in the pit... That's not great. The safe's too tall. I'd like to push this left. I'd like a lot of things that I can't have. Okay. Could this somehow turn into something good? I have my doubts. Well... Out the way. Shoot. This still doesn't get that gem over. Is Flounder involved? Well, how could he help? Also, this is... a lot of stuff's kind of stuck now. Yeah, as the eternal state, a lot of stuff's kind of stuck forever. So Bluey, blue gem there. How do you move?
Hello?
You kind of just don't... There's no left going for you. You must go right. And you must continue going right, and then you're in a terrible situation that is impossible to save you from. So what? How was I supposed to get this down here? Well, you know what? I have my reference material up. If I know what my configuration is, let's find out how to get into it. Alright, so Nightmare continues. I looked at my reference again. It involves Gold Skull going to a good place. I think this red gem just kind of goes down. And that's fine. Red gem can just make it. Now, although I might want to carry that Gold Skull with me. Okay, let's do this. You can come with me all the way down to... I guess you can sit there for now. We need to do some stuff with the safe and the vases. And how do we do those things? Somehow I was able to get Guppy... Somehow I was able to get both vases to the right of the safe, which I guess I can do like this. Okay, reasonable. And there was something good about putting that gold skull on this vase. That makes a little platform for this gem to go there. It sits there, I repack the objects here like this, I think. And then I have a little vehicle here. I don't know where I want that green vase yet. Anyway, so this lets me extend stuff over that ledge a fair bit. Now, blue gem. Ooh, you are kind of jamming me up at this point, actually. Can I just put you down and be okay with it? Maybe I can. Because that gets you as far as that ledge, which is actually quite nice. Yeah, I remember the safe being very important, and turns out that's part of what it is. Okay, so... with these things as they are, let me see if I can figure out why it worked to have you coming through here. Because somehow the configuration looked like that with both fish on this side. So, how will this help me do that? Does it make a difference if Guppy holds this thing up a little bit here? It doesn't. You can't hold it up that much. I might need to look up a little more stuff here. Now I can get all the way out and around. Okay, there are two different places flounder can be here. How about there? With both fish, I can change the skull around to the other side of me. Right. Back to the way of thinking that involves both fish. Can I, like, put flounder in and have Guppy get the skull into place and something? I can certainly put flounder in. If I can get our positions to a good spot. Okay, so we transferred the skull. It's still on that side of her, though. The whole point of this exercise was to get it to the other side. Was it, though? Maybe. I'm not really sure of anything. What if I do this? Then flounder's not down there. What if I do... Oh. How do I do anything? So Guppy's got to be holding the door. While Flounder is... I think I need to switch which fish has the skull on it. Or something. Wait, how do I do that? Ooh, I'm not sure. That might be hard. I guess there's an opportunity here to put it... No. Oh, no. If even this part is that complicated... What? What is any of this? Looks bad. I don't like it. Because that is not flounder-sized. He totally has to be in there before the skull goes in that position. So skull has to stay out here. Trying to have... Okay, I see the configuration I want. You are here. No, you're not. You are... What? I want this on her back. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Maybe.
Flounder,
ouch!
Not again.
Don't do that. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's something I wanted. Why did I want this? So that she can go here. Hold that up. Flounder moves the skull a little bit. And then nothing happens. She can go down one, but the thing goes with her. Okay, gonna have to look up more information. Alright, there's my problem. Skull came out too early. So, let's go back. Looks like in the original LP this was solved over like several episodes. I can see why. Wait, but if I've done that, then how do I get this far enough right for what I need? Flounder can't get in here and interact with it. This needs to be perched on the gold skull, but like then I get nothing left. What? How would the... What? How did I ever figure this out? This just seems unfathomable. Once that's gone over there, it can't come back. So this has to be on this side with Guppy in there somehow. Okay, maybe it involves one of those gems. Yes, it probably does. That looks good. That gets her in the other side of it. That's insufficient, though. I need to do something with that gold skull still here. That's not enough. Flounder needs to be able to get to the other side of this and push it back left.
You know, in addition to getting the star...
Let's not. So that white skull has to make it over farther than it made it. So farther over to the right. Way over to the right. Perhaps it gets a ride on the gold one. Reasonable. Let's do that. Well, no, that doesn't work at all. Nothing does. What? Okay, fine. I need exact instructions here. Okay, so as I was... I do the skull thing.
Oops.
Oops, indeed. Everything right here. Plop. So all this happens as before. Vase moves right, so skull falls to its left. Carefully. This is a platform for the blue gem. The red can just go, that's fine. This extends all the way over that, as far as it can go, which is that far. And you move right for a moment, but you're going to move back. This stays here. This goes back to the left, and actually this just falls off. To about that position, I believe. Okay. This doesn't bode well for the later puzzles in the game, because, like, if this one that I've already solved once is this much of a nightmare to resolve, then what? I don't know what. Anyway, so we do a little swap here. And Flounder can get in.
You know, in addition to getting this...
And he talks about that, whatever. White Skull comes over. And props this open sufficiently somehow for Guppy to get through. How does that happen? Like this. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so that is the price of getting both fish in here. I have almost no pokers left. How do you expect me to do all those things? I feel like I've lost too many resources. Maybe I have. Maybe this is not how this ultimately works, but let's try and get as many things out as possible. So with the two fish here, first let's just go ahead and interact with the... Ooh, I don't want to do that. You go through here. Let's interact with this thing up here.
You know, Guppy, the rules of the game don't keep us from collecting.
Yes, we know. We already had this conversation in a different puzzle. You can lower that gently. And then what? Didn't I need something in here for this to work? Maybe not. If Guppy was already up there... Was there an opportunity to do that? There was not. Okay. You can move back and forth a little bit, but this is not... Oh, hang on. Okay, so I'd have to do this to get Flounder in there. I can't drop that. And that thing's never moving left again. Okay, so I already need to have had another object. Keep your eyes. Something. Hang on, what were you talking about? Let's go back a little bit. See if I can get you to say that again. So yeah, remaining tools are basically like this vase. I can get the safe in that vase too. I can't get the skull back. That one's irretrievable. Maybe I can get this. Maybe I can get this. I think I'm going to come up a lot short of having all that I need for the rest of these, but we're going for like these 2 starfish first at least. So if that little pearl goes in there.
You know, Guppy, the rules of the game don't keep...
Yes, we know. Holding you up sufficiently long to make this push. I don't really want you to drop in there. So I probably want you to land on that safe. How about that? I'm going to want you back for further work later. Let's get these spooled out into less awkward places. Just like some good stash spot where I can get them back. I think this is sufficient.
This eel is the guardian of the treasure?
I think he's here to help us get the starfish.
Yep, seems like it. That's fine. Even if it looks really heavy, if it's not a steel pipe, I can lift it. Alright, so that's in place. I didn't have to put it quite that far. Flounder can fit through like this. Okay, great. That seems good. So, I want to put this over just a little bit, I think. As long as, don't do that. As long as Flounder's there, this is problematic. But I can risk... Flounder should be on the other side. You can lift from there. Guppy can escape. There we go. I'll hold you from your head end. And check it out, I get a starfish. There's one.
Got it!
Okay. I need a poker for this, and I'm thinking you. I can easily use you and retrieve you. Again, I'm just going to leave that pipe where it is. I'll deal with it later. I'm going to need this a little out of the way for that to work. Other fish probably would have been better here. Can I work with this fish? I think I can. Now with that pipe there. Well, I can do this, and yeah, he can get through. Might have trouble getting back, but if he pushes this onto your back, then, well...
Keep your eyes open for magic lamps.
I need that the other way around. Magic lamps? What? Okay. I need this on the other fish. But how will I get it on the other fish in this position? Other fish in this position would seem to require the eel to move right? Okay, maybe I need to deal with that steel pipe now. Have I done a bad thing here with... Okay, Guppy needs to go in there. How would that happen? I don't know. Okay, this looked like it was going to be simple, this process, but no. Okay. Is a safe in my way? Kinda. A little bit. But like, this diagonal is what's pinching the pearl against here. Could I have moved... Did I have an opportunity to get Flounder, like, up here with... No, I really didn't. Okay, well... hang on, can I tuck Guppy into this little corner? I can. That's helpful. Assuming I can get her back out. Big assumption. Is no.
I should have seen that coming.
What? Okay, let's forget about that part. Pearl on Flounder's head while he's here. Wait, no, that's not what I want. I do want this fish. Okay. This is exhausting, in case you couldn't tell. Wait, no, I went the other way around. Like this, maybe? Not that. Like this. Oops, not like that. Like this. Okay, that's, oops, all I needed for this starfish, I think. Is that eel going to be a problem? Hard to tell yet. Okay. I don't think it will be. I've unsnarled you. Yeah, it does seem like most of the puzzle was in getting both fish in here.
Good work!
Now, for the final leg of this. I do not have what I need. Unless I do. So vases are a thing I haven't used yet. If I could extract this... Looks pretty impossible. Looks pretty impossible. If I could extract that. And have you down there. And also somehow get this all the way in there. I could poke that pipe out with it. Okay, I think I see a job for a vase. Filling that hole.
Keep your eyes open for
I
magic
still have the
lamps.
safe. Remember, I still have the safe. That would be very useful for moving things around. So you. Is there any way I could have gotten you out? I could not have poked you the other way around. Could I put something there and poked you twice? No. Okay, so I have the little pearl. I have... Maybe somehow I can get that pipe out. See, now how's that going to happen? I think it might not. I need to move this right. So something no more than one tall, which is supported on something down here.
I give up, Guppy.
Needs to be
Why don't you
pushed to
think
the
about
right.
the puzzle for a while?
That's what I've been doing.
1 2x1 and 1 1x1 would be sufficient. And I do have those things, assuming I could get them into place. So I have the vase. Or sorry, I have the safe. I still have both vases. I don't have this gold skull, and I don't think I could have. Let's see, if I... Okay, let's get things into a more comfortable position, first of all. I'm just going to drop this... not there. Let's put it back on the safe. Because I know I can retrieve it from there. Sure, okay. Let's work with the eel for a little bit.
You know, Flounder, these could be Czech artifacts. The Czechs make very fine dumplings.
If Guppy's not already in there, she's not getting back in. I was thinking of ways to push the eel to the left. You sure about that one? She can squeeze through. And I can elevate this far enough. The problem is she dies when she pushes. Right? Yeah, okay. I can put this high enough to push left, but she dies.
I don't think that was the right move.
I put that to the left earlier, though. Maybe if I had left it... Or to the right. Maybe if I had left that one more to the left, something good would happen as a result. Because that move didn't help me with anything I was doing here. So if I go back and undo it... I can't do that. I can do... Oh, no, right. I needed you in the other, on the other side. She escapes. Now we kind of switch around. Get this starfish, sure, while we're here. Might as well. Okay, that looks healthier. For a moment, but now what? No, this is no better in any way. Because she still can't escape.
I should have seen that.
And still dies when that happens. I can push this back to the right and reverse what I've done, but that's not helping me. Okay. So I need you out of there. But what does out of there even mean? If the eel's one more to the right... Wait, hang on. Can I do this now and have something good happen as a result? Maybe. With her in there...
You know, Flounder,
I push this
these could be check artifacts. The
that
checks
far.
make...
Yes, I know. No, now it doesn't go up. He has to boost it for her to push left, but now he doesn't fit in there, so I can't push this to the right. Maybe I needed the pearl up there to help me. That's plausible. Let's try that. Yeah, Starfish, you're ready for me to get you whenever I want. I know. Okay, Safe, you might actually still be helping me there.
Keep your eyes open for magic lamps.
My eyes haven't closed this whole time. They're very dry at this point. Okay, need an adjustment. Now, has this done me any good? I think so. Do I really, though? Yes, maybe. I might want to also ditch that pearl there. Let's go to this state and make a save. So.
You know, Flounder.
Oh, I can't move that right now.
These could be check artifacts.
I know. You've said that several times now. Not sure why you're talking about dumplings, though. Dang it, you can't move up enough. So I needed you left before this? How would that happen? It wouldn't. Okay, so at this point everything's stuck, so I don't want to have done that. I'm gonna need both of those back. I think it does specifically need to be this thing
you know,
that
Flounder.
gets me in there. Yes, I know! I do know! What if I Move this one to the right. Drop the pearl. Ah! I can't move it up anymore. Wait, why is the eel to the right already? That's an important move that I need to be careful about doing. It has implications. So if the eel stays where it is... I mean, I've been here before. It doesn't lead anywhere good. Because I don't have the room to push where I want to push with that pipe where it is, right? That is what it seems. Maybe that pipe's not coming out of there. Do I know why I'm getting that pipe out? I think I don't. Okay. Do you suppose I messed something up by using some of these resources earlier? If I had this gold skull, would things be easier? I don't see how. It could maybe act as a poker for this, but I already have something for that. It doesn't get involved in this snarl here. So this snarl here. Yeah. What are you going to do about it? I don't even have a hypothetical way to get this pipe, but I have nothing else that can help me here. Those resources are used up. Vases just don't. They're the wrong shape. I need this. Okay, so to get this... Flounder's the only one who can push. I would push it from the left instead of the right. Would I? Well, I'd need something there if I wasn't doing that. And I would need 2 pushes. Like, I'd already need something too wide to make this happen. Like, I think this takes too many resources to get. And I just don't have that many. I still have the safe, but it's way too big to do anything in here. Alright, let me see what some end state looked like around this area, because I just am not seeing it. Alright, I'm learning that in my first LP, the solution to this was spread across at least 3 videos. I am unsurprised. So, key piece of information, this little green bubble needs to go in one of those pits and the red gem is retrievable. Okay. Guess I'm pressing the reset button.
Open Sesame!
What is this?
Maybe you should just lift that rock so I can look inside.
How can...
Hello?
How did this happen? Anything here. Okay, so, we're doing this over again. Red gem's gonna stay with me. Blue goes where? So yeah, I saw my end state. It will... Okay, yeah, you are inconveniently positioned.
Coming.
Every single step of this is extremely tricky, and the overall puzzle is ridiculously complicated too. Like, both of those things are simultaneously true. Where does red go? I don't know, somewhere. It can just sit in that pit for a while. It really doesn't matter which is red and which is blue. They're both the same. So, you go there for some reason. You go here for a bit. The little pearl can be caught by you. That looks convenient. Let's do that now. It has its own landing sound. Alright. So, we need to move the vase. Every time. The vase safe goes over here. That's the same word in my mind, apparently. Alright, so, ooh, I made a barricade. I can get through the top, though. Take it apart. Okay, and this needs to come apart this way. You'll be coming along at some point somehow. Who needs to go where at this point? One gem stays... Okay, so the pearl goes first. Okay, here we go. There's a little pearl platform, maybe. Something resembling one. That's fine. That's not. Ooh, none of that is. Never mind. I don't want to go that far. Okay. Incredibly specific. Ridiculously specific. That blue gem's in a bad spot. Like, this has to be... Okay, I need to drop the blue gem for a moment. That's fine, I think. Yeah, everything remains... Ooh. No, that's a bad place for you. Could you have stayed, like, up above somewhere? Can I just, like, not have gotten you down yet? I think so. Okay, yeah, this is another way through, kinda. But it doesn't do what I want. Huh. So you stay up there. Pearl goes down. How about that? Red needs to be a platform for you. Does it? Sure. That works fine. Okay, Pearl is there. Everything is where it needs to be, as far as I can tell so far. You fall in there. Here's a red thing. And yeah, that gem will be able to do the job of all of this better than any of that was able to. Gold skull. Gold skull's kind of fine where it is. Wait, how did this happen? I'm looking at the state on another display and what are you talking about? How does this happen? Okay, so first of all, I need this gem down there. Did I need to maintain that red? No, the blue can just go on its own. Okay. Skull goes on gem. Yes, right, that was the key. Right. Is it? Kind of. Not exactly. That gem needs to move to the right. Already? I guess so. This looks problematic to me. Maybe it's not. Maybe this works. This doesn't look like it works. I need Guppy on the other side of that whole construct. Ah, so I want to build that whole construct right... What? Okay, let me check my reference material. Okay, yeah, I'm good. I just, this is a door prop that I can just use from here. Guppy never actually has to come back out. There we go, there we go, there we go. Got a nice little prop. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, good luck figuring out how to do that. Apparently I did once. I must have been a lot smarter back then, or something. Good grief. Okay, so, we need to transfer. Then get everything to a comfortable position somehow. How will any of that ever happen? It's really hard to tell. Okay, cool. That's on Flounder's back. So I have both skulls and a gem and lots of other stuff. Basically all the resources I could want, it looks like. I was able to get these two without using a whole lot of stuff. I think at this point my interest is to separate skull from gem.
You know, in addition to getting...
No. Just no. Shush. There was a shorter way, but that's the way that I chose. Alright, skull separates from gem. Gem... skull needs to go someplace else. Where? I don't know. I don't know how to do anything. How about here temporarily, and then I'll separate it from the gem, and then I'll resolve everything else. Does that sound good? I think it does. Okay. I can get to the other side of that and move it. I don't know what I want to do with this skull. Maybe nothing. I just kind of want it out of the way but still accessible. And the place that meets that description is kind of right where it started. There. Although that does close off a flounder channel up here, so that's fine. Right there will work. Okay.
You know, Guppy, the rules...
Shh. So, let's work on the eel. I needed an extra object for support here. Since this is too wide now, I don't have to put the extra protection there to keep it from falling. It'll do that on its own. So I want to hold this with Flounder, probably, and do this. Cool. Flounder can lower it. Is that going to have trouble coming out of there? I'm not sure yet. Okay, so your tail needs to poke in there, like this.
Do you think this eel is the guardian of the treasure?
I think he's here to help us get the starfish. Oops.
Okay, great. So that rescue operation went perfectly. I'm gonna switch over, go ahead and get that starfish.
Got it!
Somehow you gotta end up in that corner. But I need this pipe out first. Maybe not first, maybe that can happen at the same time. But last time I tried to do this, I couldn't figure out how to untangle it. Because now Guppy's just stuck. Flounder has no means to push you left. Any more than you already are pushed. Guppy would if she were out here, but she's not. Now, Flounder could boost that... Okay, so after you get the starfish, what if you come back out? And we do the same operation again. I might want to push this to the right by 1. Let's see how far I get without having done that. So if you boost this up, you push left by 2. That seems helpful. That seems very helpful. Okay, everything's looking much better than it was. A vase needs to go here, and that can just happen now. Yeah, so once all of the horrific nightmares in here are resolved, everything looks fairly reasonable. It's just like, what configuration gets both fish in while keeping enough resources around to do the rest of the puzzle. That hinges on answering what is enough resources to do the rest of the puzzle. Okay, so Flounder can push that left. Guppy can push that left. 2 more? No, 1 more. Okay, now I need to move that pipe. That's gonna fall down there. But I needed... no, Guppy can just pull that left from inside. Okay, great. Great. This looks good. Pull. That falls. Flounder pushes it here. And this is perfectly set up for that to poke that out of the way and get that starfish. Before I do that, let's do the other task with it. That is not the correct fish to carry. You are. That safe's not in the way, so it's a lot easier to move around here now.
Keep your eyes open for magic lamps.
I don't know what you're talking about. But I guess you do. Okay, and I think we're done. So the safe never had a roll, huh? Other than at the start. I never needed to actually boost it and do anything with it. And I didn't need the gold skull back either. Interesting. Hey. Well, now we know. Alright. Push that out of the way. Done. Puzzle solved as long as I push it back. Ah, okay, so that object needed to not be heavy.
Yes!
Yes. Oh, alright. Had to use my reference material, but I'm okay with that. Otherwise, this would have been so much more of a nightmare than it already was. Good grief. That is unreasonable. But it's done now. I don't remember anything about Torpedo Boat, but maybe I'll remember it instantly when I come to it next time. Alright, I'll see you then.